We are here with Jason King of Dover Kohl. So, how do you think the event went tonight?
Attendance was great. The turnout was exciting. It was over 110 people. We had newcomers. Half the room was not here for the 2017 plan creation. Half the room, this is their first interaction with the plan team. And then the other half had been here. I remember these people from 5 years ago. And they've been diligently at work, working with city staff. So we saw a lot of commitment and enthusiasm. I'm sure the room will be packed again tomorrow. I think we're going to see a lot of people on Saturday. And then I think there's going to be a lot of follow through. I think this is a community that's really committed to this plan.
Did you hear anything that surprised you tonight?
Surprise. Let's see. Oh, I guess one thing that I'm not sure about. There was a big discussion as to what Center Street should become. It was originally a main street, and historically a main street. Today there's a lot of discussion about it just being a quiet place to live, about how economic activity should happen on Plant Street, and there's a lot of concern about what could happen. I think, I'm wondering if we should scale back the idea of the full 1,000 foot Main Street and actually provide a place for more affordable housing. And perhaps a little intersection at Center and 10th makes the most sense, with quite a bit of public and affordable and workforce housing around. So anyway, that's one thing that surprised me. The feeling now, 5 years later, that affordable housing might be a more urgent need than a new mixed-use Main Street.
Okay. I do know from talking with other people is that there is a definite need for businesses. That's what I am hearing from people.
Yeah.
So where would the businesses go if they were going to go on Center Street? Is there still space for business?
Yeah. So along Plant Street, there is still a lot of empty land right now. And a lot of it along Plant Street is owned. So what people were talking about was, businesses and jobs. They were also talking about locally owned jobs. One of the challenges will be to find out ways to not just create permanently affordable housing, but permanently affordable workspaces and permanently affordable restaurants. Maybe the CRA retains ownership of the land and someone is leasing out the structures. Or maybe if a large project comes in, some portion of it is required to stay affordable, locally owned, and affordable. So where would the businesses be? I think we can do a whole lot at 10th and Center. There's still a lot of land along Plant Street, and I think the new goal is to make sure these are permanently affordable workspaces, and permanently and locally owned restaurants and shops.
Okay, and something that I have heard from the people who live in the community is how would they start these businesses? Because it's still a pretty depressed community.
Yeah.
So where would that come from?
Yeah, so a CRA, Community Redevelopment Agency, with TIF funds, tax increment financing, in Florida law has a lot of discretion. There's a lot they can do. So if someone ran a successful farmers market stall, and now they want to own their own business, the CRA could do anything from making it easy to get permits to a low-interest loan, which we heard a lot about tonight, to a grant. If someone was interested in making their home have multiple structures and some of that to be affordable, the CRA can give money for that. CRA can do streetscapes. And, some states, California, New York, Massachusetts, CRA is very limited. Here in Florida, they can do almost anything. So they really can take someone, if they qualify, they can really give them that shot that they wouldn't have had otherwise under just a pure private market.
All right, last question. The thing that this neighborhood desperately needs is a grocery store.
Yeah.
Is that a possibility?
Yeah, right. So according to the market study, there's strong demand for the grocery store. This is one of those food deserts where people are driving a long way in order to get groceries, and there was also a real deficit, a gap, when it came to green, fresh produce.
Yes.
So the answer is the market is interested in building that. There are large contiguous properties where it could happen. If that's what the community is looking for, if that's what the CRA is interested in, then we'll draw it. We'll find multiple possible locations. And as the plan gets further, people like Tanya, city staff, can actually talk to groceries and find out if they're willing to work with the CRA. So yeah, absolutely. It seems like there's need and demand for a grocery store.